Hey, I'm gonna make this video for you. It's conversational therapy. So let's say you're gonna start a conversation with someone. You say, "Hey, how are you?" And then they're like, "Blah blah blah." I'm doing great. I'm doing bad. I'm doing good. It doesn't matter what they say. It does matter. I mean, you can follow up. Like, depend if they're like, "I'm bad." Like, "Oh, why is that?" Or like, "I'm doing okay." Like, why? Why just okay? Like, you know, what's going on? How is life as what if you had one thing that you'd say is the most meaningful thing that you'd love to improve, or that's most important to you, either one thing that's most important to you, or you ask one thing that you would like to improve or get better at, you know and then they'd say, "Oh, I have one thing, this." And then whatever this is, you say, "Okay, from a 1 to 10, what would you say you'd rate yourself as far as this goes?" And then they'd, I don't think everyone would say 10, but if someone says 10, be like, "Great. What's the second most important thing?" And then you go 1 to 10. And then they just like, "Oh, it's a 9." Like, "Okay, what would you do different that would make it a 10?" And then they would be like, "Oh, I don't know. I guess and so with that, you go a lot deeper. You'd be like, "Look, if I could show you a way to make you go from a 9 to a 10, or from a 4 to a 10, just by asking you a few questions, would you be open to that?" Or, if right now it's a 4, and it's 10, you know, if I could help you, keep you on track to getting to 10, would that be reason enough to give me your number, or something like that? And then you'd become friends with someone. And so then you could just base your entire relationship off of bringing them to higher and higher levels of consciousness. Or you can, you can just start a conversation, say, "Hey, how are you doing today?" And then they'd be like, "I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. I'm doing blah blah blah." It's like, "Hey, if I could show you a way to be doing extraordinary, let's freaking hang out." And then they'd be like, "Yeah, of course," blah blah blah. Or if someone's just like, you just want to start an interaction, you just like, "Hi, how you doing? I'm so and so." Then they'd introduce themselves, and then they're like, "Hey, the reason I'm talking to you right now is because I don't have any friends uh, in this area. I'm originally from, I just spent 3 years in Vegas, or I just spent, a month in Newport, and I'm new to this area, and I just need more friends. And I thought you looked pretty cool, so I just wanted to talk to you and figure out what kind of person you are. Um, you know, do you maybe want to go have lunch at some vegan place, or go hang out at the beach, or just name some type of activity that you like to do, and then just um, go on that, and then be like, "So, do you have like a family? Do you have um, do you do any sports? Do you like to what do you like to do? Like, blah blah blah." Like, "Oh, cool." If you like to do that, be like, "I like to do that. Cool. I like that. That's my shit." Like, you just talk to someone, figure out what they like and what you like, and then just find as much common ground as you can. Um, and then just kind of like figure out what kind of interaction you want to have with someone. If someone's business and you want to be like business relationship, then just bam, business connection. So you just determine your intention when you're speaking to someone, and then you work off that intention, and then that's gonna pretty much shape everything. um, I mean, you could start out, this person could be struggling, blah blah blah. You can introduce him to Matt, to Josh, to me, um, just as like a casual acquaintance, and then just like invite him out. Like, maybe we go hang out or something like that. But you just want to, like, if someone's in a situation they really don't want to be in, that's the time to like introduce them to the business for sure, like 100%. Of course, you build that trust with them, and you build it as deep as you can, and as wide as you can. So you just want them to be as open as possible. And then when you have them in the open area, you want to let them know, "Hey, this is because you were telling me this, this, and this, and you're a friend, and I value our relationship, and I thought, you know, this could help you out. I don't know if it's for you or if it's right for you, but I just wanted to show you it. Would you mind checking it out? Then they would say yes or no, and then you just be as real as with people as possible, because people are going to respect that a lot more. You know, let them know, like, hey, I'm not working with like regular people. I'm working with people who are former bankers. I'm working with people who are, you know, mentored by billionaires, mentored by, you know, some of the people that so many people would spend thousands just to be around. One of our close personal friend charges $6,000 an hour, and he mentors all of us. So that's the significance of what I'm about to introduce you to, and that's the significance of the people I'm going to introduce you to, the caliber of people, everything like that.